the follow-up to one of the best sci-fi horror films to ever have graced the screens of 1970s viewers, has followed up with an action movie?
Bit bizarre, but hey, I'll buy it.
Okay. And it was great.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Here's the first movie.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Peel that pig and slice him thick.
The body count is always bigger.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And the fucking trees walked in those movies.
Hi, doggy.
What a story, Mark.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Life moves pretty fast.
If you want your sequel to become a franchise.
37 dicks.
In a row?
I'm your number one fan.
Welcome, everyone, back to Marathon Me with our second installment of the Alien franchise.
Woo!
And we're recording from a brand new studio. So is this Marathon Me 3.0 now?
I reckon so, Rhys. I reckon so.
I reckon now we're in that sort of third phase. We're in my new place. We missed a week of uploads. Sadly. Just because, I know, very, very, very sad.
Yeah, horrible.
Because life caught up with us, and I was moving throughout the entire week. And 2 of the days that I was moving, I was like, you know what? Maybe we can get it done. Maybe we can record now. No.
Sadly, I was a selfish bastard and went to go out to a party.
Oh, what? No, I don't think that was... Oh, no, that didn't get into the way of it. It was mainly the move.
Yeah, the move, but I think we were going to record last Saturday, and then, I had to go out and dress up as David Bowie and all that shit. You know?
Yeah, well, there's priorities. That's completely understandable.
That is a priority.
Yeah. Do not try and... You can be very... you can try your best to fit in as much as you possibly can when moving, but recording a podcast in that state, not the way to go.
Can't relate, but I'm sure it's not an easy task.
There was one day where I had half the podcasting equipment at the new place, half the podcasting equipment at the old place, and I was just like, yeah, this is not going to work.
Yeah, it'd be too much of a hassle.
This is far too difficult, and already a very difficult time. That I think that it's in like the top 3 most stressful things to do, moving house.
Yeah, no, it would. I haven't moved out yet. Sad, I know, but it does seem like just not fun occasion, but it's worth it. The grind is worth it for the ending result.
I'm already feeling quite settled in. It's great. We're here in my little basement area where I am living now, and I have a nice pink neon light shining.
You heard it here first, folks. Rhys is living in the basement. He is a basement goblin.
Oh, I was going to say basement dweller, but
I mean that works as well.
Yes. So I'm living down here. It's quite cold, but it's okay. I'm gonna warm it up with all of my beautiful podcasting vocals. So
who needs a heater when you got podcasting vocals?
Yeah, exactly. It was. I actually wasn't that stressed by the whole process of moving. I think the only thing that really fucked with me was doing the packing. When packing at the start, I started to get really stressed out because I thought I was going to break everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I was just thinking that, do I really need this? Do I really need to bring this? Do I really need to bring that? And that was the most stressful, and it took me so long to do it.
It would, yeah. Oh, God. Good on you, by the way, for, giving your toys away to little Bonnie across the street, by the way.
Yeah.
I know it was hard. Oh, yeah, she'll appreciate
hard.
Yeah, I know. She appreciates it, but now I heard she ditched all those toys for a little plastic spork. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so go get those toys
after
back.
I left all of those things to go to college. Oh my
I know,
God.
what a bitch, man. I know she's 5 years old, but what a fucking bitch, man.
I didn't really expect it to go so smoothly otherwise, but I did leave my packing to the entire first day of moving, which I do not recommend either. I think slowly do that shit.
Yeah.
Because half of my first day of moving was just packing at the old place, and it was so stressful. It was not a good time. But now we're here in this hot new studio, sexy as anything.
Hell yeah, we're cooking up some goodies for you kids, I'll tell you what.
Yes, and I think to get before we go into this week's movie as well, gotta say that you were right last week.
I was?
You were right about the deleted scene.
Oh yeah, I was. Oh my god, yes, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You definitely were. So
Yeah.
that scene in the first Alien movie where you sort of see a bit of the crew that are almost like turned into nests.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the ship. Kane was last week like, oh, I think that may have been a deleted scene, and looked it up. He sure was.
Oh, dude. You have no idea how good it feels to be right, man.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you didn't lie. You didn't lie to the audience. They
I
can
did
all
not.
take that on from here.
See, I'm an honest man. With people listening at home.
Yes, and also since last time that we recorded, I listened to the Pirates of the Caribbean podcast.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, not a fan.
You're not a fan of the podcast?
I'm not a fan of the podcast.
Why?
I just didn't have that. I think that I can sense in my voice the lack of passion that's there.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
You.
I think that just talking about, listening to me talk about them, it feels like it's very tick a box where this, I then listen to the Alien podcast right away afterwards, and I'm like, yes, this passion is back.
I did not get that from listening to the Pirates episodes in a way. Well, actually, I haven't listened to the On Stranger Tides one yet, but I didn't really get that kind of vibe in a way. But then, granted, because I was hearing my voice, hearing all the energy, and then I like the contrast between my voice where it's all passionate about the films, and then you where it's just kind of mid. You know what I mean? Even
the ranking episode, it very much felt like, okay, we got to go through these again. On Stranger Tides sucks.
Oh yeah.
All right, how much more can we say this?
I don't think I'll ever. I was talking. When we went out last night, Reese. I was talking to our friend Blank.
Okay. You can say first names.
Okay, I was talking to our friend James about the Pirates movies before you came over. And I was telling him about how you thought the movies were mid. And they were not very happy about that, I'll tell you.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
Were they a fan of all of them or just some?
Well, they were rewatching them recently, and I all I said was just Reese kind of thinks the first one's mid, and then he was just like, no, what the fuck? Just not happy about it. As a normal person should react, Reese.
I think I'm going to go through the rest of my life with people reacting like that to me, especially with the first one.
That's the burden you're going to have to bear.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I'm happy to cop it.
That's, you know what? That's your burden to bear, so be it.
Yes, exactly. Well, before we get into talking about the movie, here's a bit of the trailer. The Trailians for Aliens.
Just tell me one thing, Burke. You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan.
All right, people, on the ready line. Are you me? Yeah! Are you me? Yeah! Get on the ready line, Marine! Get something to die! Get on the ready line!
Get your light up here.
Keep back, don't scare! Movement! Talk to me, Hudson!
I got signals, I got readings in front and behind.
There's nothing back here.
Look, I'm telling you, there's something moving and it ain't us.
Get them out of there!
Honest to God, I got a little bit of chills from watching that trailer.
Damn. The only thing that I thought when watching this was, imagine after watching Alien and loving that and being like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what else comes from this franchise. Seeing this trailer is just so action heavy.
Oh yeah, it would throw you for a loop, honestly.
You would be like, what? You wouldn't think that it's connected.
Well, no, exactly. I think, I feel like if you're an audience in 1986 watching this trailer, you'd feel like even though the film kind of has a different tone compared to the first, you'd be like, oh, it's in good hands because it was directed by James Cameron, and I think 2 years previous he did the first Terminator, and that film. When's the last? Have you seen the first Terminator, Reese?
Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah, no, same here. But the film balanced kind of a fine line between sci-fi and horror, I reckon, since it was a more slower kind of film. Watching that film, if you're an audience member in 84 watching that, and then 86 you're watching this trailer, you think okay, it's James Cameron, he's got kind of a similar thing going on with Alien. So like I feel like this movie will be in good hands despite the tonal shift. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that I would more just be like, what?
Oh yeah,
This is connected to the same franchise.
I'm sure they'd be feeling the same way. I'll tell you a good thing about that trailer: they didn't show any of the alien action. They showed like hints of like, oh, there's more. There could be more than one, or there could be a new alien.
They did show a little bit of Xenomorph.
Yeah, a little bit, but like
not too much. Which
nothing
is good.
compared to if they made a trailer like this today. You know what I mean?
I think the best part of that trailer was when they had like the little skeleton, like they raised up the little skeletons of the babies. That was
the little
cool.
face hugger shit. Yeah,
Yeah, that I thought was quite cool. I liked that because that was like, it was like, ooh, oh my god, like that was the most sort of like synonymous iconography with the first film.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
When it comes to this movie though,
yeah,
one thing that you immediately find is that the introduction is much quicker.
Yeah,
like way quicker. Like there's not much suspense at the beginning.
No, not really. It's like they kind of just like throw you back into, because like it basically takes place like back to back. Like not back to back literally, because like a lot of time has passed in these movies. I don't remember. I think it was like 70 years or something that Ripley was in cryosleep.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so like, but like, you know, the film takes place like, you know, obviously right after her like escape, and really just gets right into it with her getting rescued and then fighting with the corporate businessmen who are all pissed off that she blew up the ship, this expensive ship, and not the fact that like the entire crew died.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yeah, well, look, the crew died and you're traumatized, obviously, but like you blew up a ship, man. Like, why'd you have to do that? You know,
money.
Exactly. You know, fucking society, bro.
Yeah. There's it was much faster, and I think that it also is probably a testament to that. So we watched the director's cut to this one as well.
Yeah, with a nice little intro by James Cameron, just like how the first one had the Ridley Scott intro.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Cameron.
And that's cool because it was very long, but it didn't feel that long, I don't think.
What, the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a lot more added to it than, say, like when we watched the director's cut for the first Alien, you know what I mean? But
probably one of the most integral scenes, I believe, that I think was cut from the theatrical release is when like the family are exploring the planet.
Yeah.
And like that's where our introduction is to the little girl as well.
Newt, yeah.
Newt, yeah?
Yeah.
That whole thing apparently was cut.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
No way.
So like that felt very integral, I believe.
Yeah, well, okay, so like...
Giving a bit of context to Newt, it was like I think the first casualty of the aliens there, and it doesn't really show much. So it's not really giving anything away. It's more just like...
really weird.
It's more just saying that it's like, these aliens don't care who you are.
Yeah, like that's really weird actually. Like it's just like you're watching the original cut and then it's just this little girl, this dirty little girl just like appears out of nowhere and it's like, oh, who's this? What the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Like obviously you know, the audience would fill in the blanks, but it's like, you know, it's nice to get like a little bit of establishment to show that she had a family. She lost this family. It makes you connect. It makes you like connect with the character more. It makes you like want to be like, oh, I hope she's okay. I hope she like gets saved at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
It also makes you think like Newt is a freaking badass to have gotten out of that where the rest of her family died. Where beforehand, like you're just told that and you're like, oh yeah, whatever. But then you actually see the circumstances and you're like, damn, she got out of that.
Yes, yeah.
Newt is a survivor.
It makes you like the character more and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This beginning as well has more dialogue in the first 10 minutes than the entire film of Alien.
Oh,
I believe.
definitely. Oh god, the cat's just. The cat came in, and there's cats in Aliens, bro.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. There's So I'm living with a lovely cat named Kratos, who's a little boy kitten.
Oh,
and
he's the best.
He is the freaking cutest cat I've ever met in my life.
Oh, he's so chill.
A little tabby cat that comes down and sleeps with me in my bed. Probably every second night. So cute.
That's so cool, man.
Hello, Kratos. Hello, Kratos.
I think he's hiding under your bed.
Oh,
just like Jonesy would be hiding under the bed in the Aliens movies.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's the same cat actor. I don't think it is.
It would have had to survive at least another 7 years, though.
Yeah.
That's
because like cats can live long, but like I feel like it probably isn't the same cat. Let's be honest.
It would be odd. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be.
No, it wouldn't be.
I'm gonna track that cat back down. We need Jonesy back.
We'll go to the pet cemetery. We'll go bring back Jonesy. Mate.
Yeah. Like I could definitely see like a 3-year-old cat being cast for the first one, and then you could use like a 10-year-old cat, but then maybe it's just too old at that point.
Well, I think it's just I don't think it's the same cat. Well, that's a testament to the filmmakers for getting the exact same cat. You know what I mean? Like in terms of looks and personality,
you mean appearance-wise.
Appearance-wise, and personality.
I was like, you just said it wasn't the same cat. What? What are you doing? What?
I'm trying to bamboozle the audience, mate. Leave me alone.
Yeah, just confused. The boardroom at the start where a lot of the dialogue comes out, it's just so melodramatic. It's just like a big argument that they're having. It's great.
Oh, it's good stuff. No, it was fun. It's fun to watch, but it's like you definitely James Cameron did a good job at making us really like feel for Ripley with like just this frustration of how stupid these people are when they're just worrying about the loss of money, the loss of property compared to the loss of lives.
Yeah,
you know? It just shows how fucked up the future is, man.
It's a little bit obvious with like their whole like greedy capitalistic snobs.
No, it's definitely more heavy-handed than it was than like the capitalist critiques compared to the first one.
Man, the freaking subtlety of that in the first one.
Oh, so good.
Man, I love like that was one of the movies where when we were discussing it in the podcast, I was appreciating it and liking it more.
No, same.
Because we were unpacking it and sort of like getting this little bit of nuance out of it, being like, oh my god, they're all working class, and that also sort of shows how we can attach ourselves to them and how they're just indispensable. Indispensable, correct?
Yeah.
That's the word?
Expendable. Maybe?
Expendable.
Expendable would be a decent word that we can use.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, in the eyes of the company and all that. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Which the company actually was given a name in this movie as well. The Wayland Yutani Corp.
Oh, perfect. And that's where you see all the W's everywhere, all over the Blu-ray menu. Perfect.
Exactly.
This is again like a very, very pretty movie. Yeah. So glad to watch it on Blu-ray.
Yes.
But I still think the first one wowed me far more visually.
Yeah, as lovely as the film looks, like you have that classic, vintage James Cameron kind of blue tint throughout the whole film. This very like cool, cold, almost color spectrum in the film, you get what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, it all seems extremely cold.
Similar to like that of the first Terminator, and I like that, and like a lot of this, and like you got all practical sets and all that, all lovingly crafted,
and there's a lot of blue in Avatar as well.
There is.
Like a crazy amount of blue.
Oh, what? No.
Yeah. So he sure does like his blue.
You heard it here first. James Cameron loves his blue.
Maybe he had something to do with Twilight and like that weird sort of blue tinge.
Maybe, yeah. And then he stepped off, and that's why the other ones didn't have the classic blue tinge. Damn, man.
I find it bizarre how that first film has that blue color palette.
I personally loved it, man. I love that like ugly blue tint in the first movie. I love it.
It's so unique.
Yeah, I know. It's such a product of its time.
And it's so strange that all the rest just ditch that.
Yeah, they just look generic. They just look like generic fucking just teen movies, you know what I mean?
It's very inconsistent.
Like, it gave the first one a sense of identity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But what was I... We'll talk about James Cameron. Oh, yeah, the cinematography and all that. Similar to Rhys, I also agree that while Aliens looks really lovely, not an ugly film to look at, but just it pales in comparison to the visuals and set design of the first film. Like, I miss that just. I just miss the Nostromo. I miss those creepy interiors.
It's not as raw. Like there's this really raw aesthetic to the first one,
yes,
and also very grand scale in like the loneliness that you feel visually.
Yes.
Where then in this one it's just not really done as much.
Yeah.
It feels a lot more set based. Where I feel like that Alien feels like you're entering a world that is just completely in and of itself.
Definitely.
Where this feels very like set based, and there's different like, okay, this location, move to this location, where in the other film it feels like it's all just one interconnected maze, which includes space itself. So good.
Speaking of settings, like because like both movies, like they feature the same planet, LV 2496 or 2496 or whatever the hell the planet's called, the alien world, not the alien world, but like, you know what I mean, where they find the eggs in the first movie. The planet kind of took a bit of a downgrade in this one as well.
Yeah,
like in the first one, it looks like something right out of hell or like just something out of like just depict like
because they've terraformed it now, right?
Yeah, it's all like terraformed and like it's habitable. Like in the first one, it's just this lonely, desolate wasteland that like no human being could live in. And then in the second one, it's just they build a full town there.
You
Crazy.
understand the motivation behind the xenomorphs in the first one because they're in such a shit place. No wonder they want to get on that ship and go away.
Exactly.
Because they would have been left to live on this piece of shit planet.
But now that's why they destroyed. That's why like they killed everyone in the town because like they built a town. The aliens are like, oh, you know what? Maybe this planet ain't so bad after all. We'll stay away. We'll let the humans like build their town, and then when like you know they settle in and everything kind of gets going, we'll take our chances and you know take over. You know.
Yes. and it's LV426.
LV426.
Yes, I have it here in my notes. Thank God.
All right. Cool. Cool.
This is a nice foreshadowing where I felt. This scene where we get introduced to Newt and her family, that's when we see LV426 for the first time in this film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also it acts as really good foreshadowing for the intensity of the rest of the films. It's like I think before that, the only thing that we see before that that's sort of like horror induced is the chestburster dream sequence. Which I think feels I don't like when that felt very exploitative of, you know what's a really good scene from the first one? Let's do it again with no consequences.
It feels kind of like I get like you know they're doing it to show that Ripley is horrified and shaken up from her experiences, but like I don't feel like we needed to see that. We didn't need to see like a full raw dream sequence of a chestburster. I feel like we got enough of her fear and PTSD from the situation just from her dialogue and like Sigourney Weaver's acting, you know? We didn't need just an extra scene, you know?
Do you stand by the point that like dream sequences are just a little bit of a cop-out when
unless they're done like really stupidly well. I hate them. I can't stand them.
Yeah, in this I don't think it was done extremely well. I think it was just like, okay, you're trying to do something interesting and engaging with no consequences of it in the actual narrative.
Yeah, it
feels a bit lazy.
It's just needless, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel it's needless, and I'm sure you agree as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
After only about 30 minutes of this film, is when we start getting into like the soldier. The soldier sort of stuff.
The military stuff,
Yeah, the military stuff where they're on a mission, out to go kill some aliens.
It's so 80s, man. Like
it is 80s as hell.
I love it. I can't literally as they are like getting ready and like they're all getting ready for the meeting. You got that classic military drum music.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god! I just had a big smile on my face during that scene.
It was very, very campy.
I love it. And the army sergeant as well. The Carl Weathers ripoff. My cigar in his mouth. He's chewing out all the blood. He's chewing out the soldiers. Oh, I love it. It's so goofy.
There's so much camp in this. There's in the
it's
initial
so weird.
In the initial one, there's no camp.
No, the first one, like this movie also takes itself seriously, but there's a lot more camp in this. A lot of 80s camp.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't feel like they overdid it though. Like I feel like most of the camp was just safe for like that whole sequence, with like, you know, introducing the soldiers, introducing their kind of characters and all that. And then like once they obviously like get the mission underway, then obviously the camp really just like ends pretty much.
You know what I'm glad that they did as well?
What?
Not one of these soldiers were annoying as fuck.
I know.
They were all endearing, interesting characters that you liked and wanted to see more of.
See, like,
I believe.
I feel like if they tried doing an Aliens movie during this era and they tried doing a Hudson type character, I feel like you could easily make him annoying as fuck.
Oh,
with,
yeah,
how much
definitely.
he whines and complains and like is terrified throughout the whole movie. You could easily make him just insufferable. But I think I think it's just a credit to Bill Paxton's passionate performance in the film, rest in peace, that he just makes this character his own and really just makes you love him, even though he's just a fucking whiny bastard throughout the whole film.
You know what I like about him too is that I think that he isn't exclusively whiny, and that's why he's not annoying. I think that it shows that he like is actually trying and thinks that he is like quite strong, but then when crisis occurs, that's when he's starting to get like, okay, this is not.
But they don't make him useless though. It makes it feel more human in a way.
Yeah,
you know
completely.
What I mean? Yeah,
I can totally imagine them making this character like right away from the second that you introduce to him, he's whiny and afraid and you would think, why is he in the military?
Yeah.
Why are they choosing him for this mission? You see why they would have chosen him. Yeah. But it's just under the chaos. That is when he's sort of breaks
he's cracking under the pressure, which I feel like a lot of like some soldiers do, like where they know that they're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for combat and all that. I'm ready to do this. They got this big like brave face on. But then like once shit starts getting out of hand, that's when like it can really overwhelm you. Like, which is really just like they did a great way of displaying that in this film with Hudson's character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A character that I also really, really like in this military group is Vasquez.
Oh yes, yeah.
I think she's pretty badass.
Yeah, nah, she's pretty cool.
And I like that Vasquez says anything, and then that blonde dude goes nuts and just and it's like and like tries to high five, and the high fives her or someone else.
Oh yeah,
the masculine energy is like it's a refreshing masculine energy in this where it's just like, hell yeah, man, this is so cool.
I love it.
High fives to anything cool that someone says. Vasquez, you're a beast.
I'm trying to think. I think the blonde dude in the film was named Drake. I know there's a character named Drake in it who like dies by like when they shoot the alien, then like he just gets acid all over him.
Oh, okay.
I think that was Vasquez's friend that got like all the acid like all over him when they shot him. I think that might have been Drake. Yeah.
I thought that there was like a romantic thing going on between them.
No, that's what I thought as a kid and all that when I watched this as a kid. There's not though. I didn't get a romantic vibe from them at least. I just got like a very platonic masculine friendship. You know what I mean?
Okay, could have been definitely.
Yeah. Well, at least that's what I get from it. At least like you have your interpretations.
Yeah.
You have your interpretations. I have mine.
I like this military industrial complex aliens.
Yeah.
Like very making it seem very, very attractive to sign up for the military.
Yeah.
See how cool they're just a bunch of bros hanging out.
Just a bunch of guys being dudes.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Having goes at each other.
Playing Five Finger Fillet with androids. We got a new android in this one as well.
Yes, yeah. I like this exploration of the android dynamic.
Yeah. You got because he's a newer model. That's like kind of how he like tries to differentiate himself from Ash. Obviously, like Ripley is very distrusting of him immediately because obviously the previous android was not a very nice guy.
Wasn't very good,
and
especially too there's an android coming from the same source as well. Like, working for the same company.
Yeah.
So and then there's that sort of like a weird sort of racial subtext behind it. And everyone else, and it's nice that it's like the majority there have like come to accept.
They're all chill with him. Like hell, they're playing knife games with him and like talking to him like he's one of the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though what he really is just like to the normal person, he's just been seen as a servant or like a technician, scientist type thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But they treat him like an equal, which is really refreshing. Which is really nice to see.
They totally do.
Also, I really like that Bishop in this he seems almost timid in a way. Like he speaks with a very quiet cadence, which
yes,
and he doesn't look at like Ash. I got from him a very cold and almost imposing type character, very inhuman in the first one. Like obviously he's an android, but like even before you find that out, you just get an off sense about him. He doesn't feel normal, and then obviously when you realize he's an android, it's like makes sense. But with Bishop, it's like. He just seems like just a nice, quiet dude who he's like, he's an android. You could have fooled me. At least, that's what I think, at least. Yeah, and also that's just a credit to Lance Hendrickson's performance. God bless him.
Yeah, and that technology just has gotten better. That's why more subtle, more inherent in the actual making of the android.
Hell yes, God bless. Well, God bless Weyland Yutani.
Yeah, a military hook that someone has that I freaking love, that I always remember from this movie, is when Hudson is like to Vasquez, hey, do you ever get mistaken for a man? And then Vasquez replies with, no, do you? Great line. Great comeback.
Some good banter, right? Good military banter.
Yeah, great military banter. Gets a good high five after it.
Yeah.
Hey, Vasquez, you're so cool. Love it.
Oh my god. Oh man.
So after this introduction, that's when it starts getting into it.
Yeah.
They start getting dropped into the operation, and it's just them versus the aliens.
It takes like the build up for when they're going through the hive, like the little alien hive and all that. It's such a good build up because like, if you're an audience member in 86, you're thinking like, what the fuck happened here? What kind of alien are they dealing with? Like, some people would be going in not knowing that there's like multiple aliens. Like, obviously the movie's called Alien, so obviously there's going to be more than one, but like an audience member would be thinking like, oh, there's going to be like, well, maybe 3 or 5 even. Like 5, that's gotta be like how many there are. There's no way that like, it's gonna be hard. It was hard enough to kill 1. How the hell are they gonna do it with 5? How are they gonna do 5? And then like when it's and then like the scenes where it's like they're using the alien scanners and you see like just multiple dots all over. Hudson's panicking. He's like, we're all surrounded. It just fills you with so much terror. It's like, holy fucking shit. These, like, military guys are visibly shitting themselves. And it's just like, oh, God. Oh, and as an audience member, I ain't ready for this, man.
Man, that would be so exciting, not expecting there to be multiple aliens and then just being surprised by that.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Oh, so good. I love it.
What a good time that would be. Oh, my God.
It's just insane to think about that, like, just... There's a lot of aliens in this.
There are so many.
There's a lot.
And like each one, like that, it seems like that it's mainly done with practical effects.
No, they all are look handcrafted, and they're all, you know, I don't want to say animated really well. That's the wrong word because obviously it's not CG or hand drawn or whatever. But like just the way they move, the way they move is very animalistic. Like I think with the first one, the first alien in the first movie, it kind of had the kind of cadence of a cat almost, like hiding in the shadows, creeping around. These ones feel a lot like rats, like just scurrying in groups and all that, just like scurrying, running around, fucking just rabid almost.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
Like the first one had a sense of grace and power to it. These ones just like feel pathetic, but not in like the sense that it takes away from the fear that they instill into the viewers and the soldiers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels a lot more sort of instinctual in this one, and less calculated. It's just let's just run, all just run at them at once.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just fucking go. Let's go. And meanwhile, the first one was like almost felt very calculated, very elegant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it has a lot more personality. The initial one, of course, it's because it gets a lot more screen time. We get to understand and develop it.
Yeah, and then it's also just the one. It's also just the one as well.
Yeah, we're like not expecting them to inject personality into all of them here, but it's just a sub result of having so many here and of this film is that you don't really get a personality from these xenomorphs.
You know, I was kind of worried going in because I was worried that a problem that the film would have had was that because there's so many aliens, it would just kind of make it almost feel oversaturated in a way, take away from the horror. And like a lot of the horror has been taken out of this film because it is a sci-fi action movie first and a horror movie second. But they still, like, the aliens are still a threat in this. They don't feel just like, you know, oh, been there, done that. Oh, it's so boring. It's just aliens. Like, they still feel like half the crew get fucking slaughtered during like the first initial action scene, and it's like, okay, good job, Mr. Cameron. You know, you're really instilling fear into these aliens again. Good job, mate.
There's good pacing between each alien encounter.
Exactly, and also just like it shows that like, and also like every time they kill them, because they have acid blood, it makes killing them like a big challenge, a big risk. It's like, yeah, they're gonna be dead, but next thing you know, you shoot them, you're gonna get a face full of acid, as what happened to Drake, and also what's his name, Hicks. He gets like acid on his arm. During like after like they make their first escape.
Yeah, totally.
And,
like I was gonna say that in this first action encounter, there is a lot of acid action.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Which is like something that like I'm very happy to see after like we didn't get that much acid stuff in the first one.
Yeah, there was just like the first film merely planted the acid seed.
Yes.
And now we've gotten it to grow into a nice acid tree that can just get its leaves molting off of the tree and then burning the faces of the entire world that falls beneath it. It's great.
I love that analogy, mate.
Yeah, it's a very accurate analogy. I wonder how much more acid is going to be left, or in like in the following films, or if it's going to go through a bit of a acid winter where it's just got all of its acid leaves gone.
I hope that the later movies, you know, they keep up the acid trend and all that.
Yeah, wait for acid spring.
Yeah.
There's it was so good because that is another unique element to this combat.
Yeah.
And terrifying. Even when they're dead, they can kill you.
Exactly. It's horrific, bro.
And not even just kill you horribly.
Yeah, just like eat you like they can eat you alive when they're alive, and even when they're dead, they'll eat you alive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn, that should have been the tagline for the movie.
It should have been very long, very, very long, and very acid based.
Oh hell yeah, we would have loved that. Jesus.
Oh my god. That we see even just prior to this first action scene, we see a nice bit of facehugger anatomy.
Yes. I like that was they showed that in the trailer, like the little the facehugger corpse, and like even dead, it looks like how it looks like a dead spider. You know, like when spiders die, they'll curl up their legs.
Yeah.
The facehugger was curling up its legs, and like just seeing that, it's just like, as an arachnophobe, I can't stand that shit, man.
I think immediately when I see the corpse of a facehugger, I see like a clenched up fist, like a skeleton fist.
Yeah.
And then that sort of instills the fear of like the whole grabbing nature of it. And like it grabbing onto your face like a skeleton grabbing onto your face.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's just so cool. But the actual facehugger anatomy is still just so freaking lifelike and biological and convincingly biological.
Oh yeah.
And very vaginal.
Yeah, very I was gonna say very phallic, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the other that's the other gender.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing between your legs.
It's very vaginal. I was gonna say erotic for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, hang on.
Maybe for you, Kane. Okay.
Hey, look, man. If someone does have a thing for face huggers, call me. No, don't. Yeah. Please don't. No offense.
After this scene, Kane immediately had to go call his girlfriend.
God, Jesus.
His ex-girlfriend just had to be like, I've just been thinking of you.
I should call her.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Jesus
King
Christ.
said that out of the blue, and it was great.
Did I? Oh yeah, I did say that. Oh yeah.
The delivery was great.
Oh yeah, I love doing shit like that. Whenever you get a good line like that, you just have to make sure you get it at the right moments.
Out of the blue, fantastic.
Thank you. I really should do stand up or just film commentary in general. Oh my God.
Our one of our antagonists in this film is Mr. Business.
Mr. Business, aka good old mate Burke.
Yes, yeah.
Fuck him and his drip, bro. He ain't got no drip. His outfit looks like shit, man. Come on, you're in the 80s. What are you doing?
He's an integral character to remind us that remind the people that safety costs money.
Oh my God.
And money, that's no expense. No expense.
They really just don't hold back on like just make him just an unlikable fucking slime ball from the get go. You know what I mean? Like him even like lying to Slippery Ripley. Oh God, no! But like, they have him basically lie when he like is like, yeah, we're gonna kill all the aliens and all that on the planet, you know, to get her to come with, and you think like, oh yeah. Okay, he's being a bit honest. That's good. And then, like, I think later on during the film, he's like, "Oh, we want to take some alien corpses, or like, we want to take some to study and all that." And it's just like, for fuck's sake, man! Like, we just had this problem in the first movie with Ash. What are you doing?
We don't need it again.
Oh my God.
Every time this man opens his mouth, it's to go money.
Literally,
he's that character.
Oh my God!
Just to remind us about the themes of the film.
Ripley, remember what Mr. Krabs said? Money, money, money.
Yes. And speaking of money, this film had an $18.5 million budget, which is strange because I don't think it looks as good as the first one. Which like you can see definitely where this extra money went.
The money was well spent, but like I don't know, it's just because like the first one had a lower budget, obviously, and like just that one just looked more, I don't know, just grandiose, creepier. better.
Yeah. Well,
better. That's all I can say.
It's still at 11 million, the first one.
Oh, okay.
So this one had like 7.5 million more.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, it probably, like, scale-wise and what, like...
the scale's definitely... You know, obviously with, like, all the multiple aliens and all that, because, like, they'd all be, like, you know, they're all actors and puppets and probably some animatronics thrown in for a good measure.
It's like, it allowed for the affordances of an action movie, where the first one didn't really. So I guess that it's, like, 11 million for a horror film is a lot, and you have a lot to do there. Yeah. Where 18.5 million for an action film is not as much.
Yeah.
So but still very impressive what they got from that. Then in comparison, because it would pretty much be like, for a horror film, 11 million is it would be quite probably above average for horror films.
Definitely, yeah.
Where then 18.5 would be below average. For an action.
For an action movie.
Movie.
Well, like, you know, like, I feel like action movies at the time, like 80 million is no thing to scoff at. Well, you know, adjusted for inflation and all that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's just like in relation, in relativity to its genre, is probably more of a conservative amount.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. So also with Ripley, like, coming back at the start of this movie, all that I could think of is, like, no way that you're going in there.
Yeah.
You were traumatized as hell. You're having dreams about these things. How could you go in there?
Yeah.
But it is a solid motivation that it's a revenge story.
Yeah, I was kind of worried for a second. I thought you were actually not happy with, like, the whole, she basically wants revenge for these aliens, like, traumatizing her and killing her crew. But, like, obviously, you know, you're saying what I want you to hear. You're saying what I want to hear.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, I'm gonna say that it's even better here, because I think that it's more than that. I think it's even revenge for her life being stolen.
Yeah, no, honestly. Yeah, because you know, like, she also lost her daughter as well.
She lost
technically by fault of the alien.
Exactly. By the alien being the spanner in the works, she lost out of years and years of her life. And decades of her life, and then in her eyes, like, killed her daughter for her.
Yeah.
It was almost like she had nothing left to lose.
Yeah,
and I think that's what would have gotten her over the edge. And would have gotten her to being like, I'm here to, I don't even care if I die, as long as I take some of those Xenomorphs with me and fucking make sure that no one experiences what I've experienced, or one less person to experience what I've experienced.
Dude, Ripley's such a badass in this movie, man.
She is a badass. She does not complain.
Oh my god, just an action. But like she's a badass, but they still kept her as vulnerable. They still kept her vulnerable and, like, just likable in the film. Like, we have her basically adopting Newt, you know, taking care of her in the film when they meet, and it's a very cute bond. It's a very cute almost mother-daughter bond that they have in this movie, and it's just very endearing, because sometimes when you introduce a kid character being taken under the wing of the protagonist, it can sometimes feel either unneeded or the kid's, like, really annoying, or you just don't buy the relationship that these two have. But, like, the Newt's cool. Newt's a lad.
It supports her motivation better, because it shows that she's, like, a natural maternal figure.
Exactly.
And this was taken away from her, so she's filling that gap, as well as strengthening to us that, like, oh, she is someone that her main, like, purpose in life would have been to be a mother and support her child. That's why she's there working in this terrible job and would have been missing her kid, but doing it because, you know, needing money, being that working class
doing
mother.
It to provide for her daughter. And then, you know, she lost her daughter. She basically, I think you mentioned earlier that she basically just lost everything pretty much. Except for Jonesy, of course.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Which is another, like, maternal sort of instinct, right? It's like looking after this cat, this thing that's, like, weaker than you, and it's like, I must support it. So even those seeds were planted in the first movie.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm starting to like this movie a little bit more now.
Same here.
Nice.
It's just the relationship. Yeah, the relationship that those two have really just. It's adorable. It's very, very heartwarming. And, like, you know, when Newt is in danger with, like, during the scenes with the facehuggers in the locked up room, like, you're like, oh god, oh fucking hell, like, really, like you actually feel, like, scared for Newt and Ripley.
That is like, a great scene. And also, it shows how strong both of them are, because they somehow get out of that.
Yeah, and also it shows, because we didn't see the facehugger move in the first movie. It was a very stationary character in that film. You saw might jump once, like, you know, to obviously get Kane, John Hurt's Kane.
Yeah, get good old Kane.
Good old Kano. But like in this one, you see it fully move, and yes, guys, you're right. It does move like a spider.
It sure does.
And
a giant spider that rapes your face.
I fucking hate it. It was I was genuinely like unnerved watching that shit. Like just the second I see it start crawling, I hated it. Couldn't stand it, man.
Face raping spiders from outer space.
Oh, there we go. There's the title.
Yeah. And like with how Newt's voice is a little bit annoying, but I can get over that.
The weird kind of how she like kind of dips back and forth between doing a faux British accent.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's odd.
It wasn't. I didn't find it annoying. I just found it kind of unintentionally hilarious. But I get why you would find it.
It's like,
annoying.
what's being done here? Is this intentional? Is this a character? Is this is this a space accent? Is this an LV-426 accent?
Yeah, well, where my LV heads at, boys?
Yeah, exactly. I got an LV accent. Here from LV.
Oh god, Jesus.
And to go on from Ripley being a freaking badass, is that when she goes solo in this film, I think that is the peak of the film.
Oh yeah, dude, the film goes crazy when it's just her on her own trying to rescue Newt.
Yeah, that is it. That's definitely the peak, and because she just steals the spotlight every time that if all the screen time that she's there.
It's also just a great contrast between like the first film's climax. The first film's climax, obviously. Are you doing coke, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What's it called? No, but like the first film's climax, you had her trying to escape the ship, and it was a very thrilling, but also very harrowing and scary sequence. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, with this one, it's the complete opposite. She is going in there still scared, but like just ready to just fuck shit up. You know what I mean?
And she does. She fucks up so much stuff, and like shows her skills on like the strange what's it called? The strange mech crane machine. The
yes,
forklift.
the whatever it's called. Yes, yeah. That dude, that's how it feels to be forklift certified. I get what people like Stefanos are talking about.
Yeah, our friend Stefanos, he has a forklift license, and he makes sure that everyone knows.
He gets mad pussy. That's all I'll say.
He makes sure that everyone knows, and we can feel it. We can feel it when he enters the room. The energy, it shifts.
It's a flex, Like when Ripley comes into the room, and when she comes into the room to the alien queen is like, get away from her, you bitch. And like you just feel that energy, that badassness. That's how I feel whenever Stefanos talks about forklift certification.
Yeah, exactly. The same wave of badassery just comes over you.
Maybe even more,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like Stefanos bigger badass than Ellen
At least
Ripley.
It's in real life.
Exactly. Yeah,
we know this person.
Fuck you, Ripley. You ain't real.
So to go to the introduction of this queen alien.
Oh my god.
It's in like an alien. It's in an alien egg nest.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. And the alien egg birthing.
It's disgusting. It's so disgusting.
It reminds me of the slug queen in the Sloane's Mackenzie episode of Futurama. That sort of has like that weird caterpillar look to it and just squirts out of the end of its caterpillarness.
Dude, the fact that whole the alien queen and like the egg rig was all practical, it's just amazing to see. Like,
that's so cool.
My goodness. And then just like this mother who lost her child now has a new child that she's coming to rescue. Is coming up to fuck up another mother.
Oh
bro.
my god!
Full on cat fight.
It is a mother battle.
The mother of all mother battles.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
In the red corner, Ellen Ripley.
Oh god.
Yeah. So cool. And then also what's so cool here is that she like with her gun shoots off her like birth sac.
Yes. Yeah.
Shoots off her ability to continue to be a mother.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's just oh my goodness, so fucking cool.
So cool.
Like while Ripley got a chance to be a mother again, and then the alien queen has been denied her chance of having children again.
Yeah. Oh,
deep,
so freaking cool,
dude. Just the image of just like
you've taken away my ability to be a mother, so I'm taking away your ability to be a mother.
Yeah. Fuck you, alien queen. It's so fucking good. And honestly,
thematic resonance.
Oh, we love to see it. It's just, dude, just the image of just Ripley just going around with like the fucking machine gun in the grenade launcher strapped to it, bruh. My kind of woman right there.
No sleeves, so cool.
My kind of woman right there.
Yes.
Oh, God bless.
Queen versus Queen.
Exactly.
Battle of the Queens.
The Queen's Gambit, as one would say.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
And this alien queen has so much presence. Just has so much presence in the room.
Dude, she's fucking scary, bro.
And it's nice to see another alien as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like another subset
a new
of this
design.
species.
And also, the alien queen, like, the way it's designed, you can tell that, this is a queen. Like, it's designed very... How would I describe it? Like, its headpiece
has its own crown.
It built like a crown,
its own royal crown. Delicious.
Exactly. Oh, it's so fucking cool. But fuck you, Alien Queen, for ripping my man Bishop in half.
Yeah,
fucking bitch.
I know. That was so sad.
That was unexpected, bro. I mean, like, I think
the robot rising to the occasion, becoming the hero,
exactly. And also gaining Ripley's trust and respect.
Oh, beautiful.
Which was very heartwarming to see, and then fucking him getting ripped in half and all that. That image, that like shot though of just him like getting stabbed, lifted up, and then like the alien queen putting her hands on both sides of his body, and then just ripping. Grotesque! Such a great scene though.
I can't believe that for the queen alien to get there though. It took the elevator. It took the fucking elevator.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of goofy.
It followed the elevator. It followed Ripley up the elevator, and that is, how did it operate? The mechanics.
One problem that I have is that, like, how did she sneak into the ship without anyone knowing though? How'd she do that?
That's not a very subtle design of the alien.
It's a bit far-fetched to believe that this giant thing can like sneak into the ship without
has the
being
capacity
noticed.
to be incognito.
Exactly, like, you know,
maybe had a fake mustache.
Yeah, a fake mustache, one of those Groucho Marx glasses.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well that's fair enough.
Yeah, maybe came dressed in as a chef, just coming in. I'm the cook for the ship.
She does like the shit in Hitman Absolution where like you just put your hat, like you wear a costume, you put your hat down.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then you get like a little bit of incognito shit.
Yeah, exactly. Used all of her focus.
Makes a lot of sense.
So now we're onto this final battle, and it's crazy.
Oh, it's
absolutely nuts.
It's honestly iconic in terms of just like 80s cinema and just like cinema in general, I reckon. It's great.
I love so much the Halloween episode of Community in season 2 where Troy and Abed come dressed up as the alien and then Ripley in this mech forklift
I don't think I've seen
machine.
that episode.
It is one of the best episodes of the entire show.
See, I've actually finally watched a lot more Community, but like I've only watched like bits and pieces and all that.
You did say that you were going to watch Community soon.
Yes.
What happened? Why?
Well, I watched it like last year. I like watched a couple episodes and all that here and there. Because
how do you not become obsessed?
Well, I was really enjoying it, and then I just didn't have Netflix anymore. But I've got Netflix now. I think that after I finish watching the new Stranger Things season, which is really good, by the way, I'm really enjoying it. I will probably maybe actually proper. No, actually, I got to finish How I Met Your Mother first.
Oh, okay.
I got to finish that. I'm on like I watched all of season 6, but I skipped a disc by accident. I skipped like I skipped like the episodes where like Marshall's dad dies.
Oh no!
So I watched disc 1, and then I was on disc 3, and then it's like, okay, so Ted's dating that really annoying girl that wants to save the hotel, who I fucking hate. Fuck that character. I do not stand her. But I love her ex-husband though, played by Kyle MacLachlan.
Yes, that is cool. Have you the boat episode?
Yeah.
When they're on the boat and he's got like, they're like, what's wrong with him? why does he give such an intimidating vibe? He's always smiling.
Yeah.
That's one of those scenes that I always think about now.
Yeah.
And I always think about how I can come across like portraying a particular mood just through my eyes, and then my mouth does the exact opposite.
Eyes can say a lot, you know?
Yeah, I did a lot of that during lockdown when working in retail wearing a mask.
Ah, yes,
whenever customers would just fry my brain, I could pretend, oh yes, I'm listening and I'm happy,
like you know what you're doing.
And then my mouth would just be like, what the fuck are you on about?
You'd just be gritting your teeth and all that shit. Yeah, no, that was like me at Pancake
I would just have this
Parlor.
confused, like, this sort of look with my mouth, but then my eyes would be like, oh yeah. So
Oh my god. So I'm just wondering though, with the captain in How I Met Your Mother, is that he doesn't ever give his real name, so I'm just thinking, my theory is that's just Dale Cooper, bro. He left
it is canon to Twin Peaks.
He left Twin Peaks and he just
is it the evil Dale Cooper or the or the
good one.
The good one, yeah.
Is it the good one or is it the Black Lodgedale Cooper? Ooh,
Exactly,
I don't
Black
know.
Lodgedale
I
Cooper.
only know that reference because of Reese's Pop Vinyls.
Oh, okay.
I really want to watch Twin Peaks though at some point. I really feel like I should.
That is a very, very good one, I think.
Definitely.
Very unique. So anyway,
yeah.
Great cosplay.
Anyways, back to that.
The Xenomorph and Ellen Ripley in the freaking mech suit.
Yeah.
Sorry, by the way, I think that my nose is getting clogged through this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little bit nasally.
It is. Winter has just begun. Winter has come.
Yes. And it's very cold downstairs for me.
Yeah.
It's quite a cold place. Oh, look at the cat is right under the heater. I was like, what is that under the heater? Is that okay? And the cat is sleeping under it.
Dude, what? Oh, I fucking love him, bro.
It's so cute. So cute.
You come to listen to our podcast, man.
I know. Our number one fan, Kratos the cat.
Hey, guys, at home, shout out to Kratos. If you guys have a drink in your hand or any food in your hands or whatever, just give a cheers to Kratos, everybody.
Cheers to Kratos.
Cheers to. I'll grab my Monster Energy.
Okay.
Cheers to Kratos.
And I'll cheers with my tea in a Peppa Pig mug.
Cheers to Kratos.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, and the God of War guys are right as well, I guess. But fuck them.
Yeah, I would far rather sleep with this Kratos than that Kratos.
Nah, same.
Yeah, but that Kratos would keep you warm at night, though.
He would.
With his muscles.
Oh, definitely.
I think that I'm probably ready for my final thoughts on the entire film.
I got one more thing I want to say. How bullshit was it that Ellen Ripley could hold on to the ladder during the airlock scene?
Yes, you were completely right.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did you not bring that up, Reese?
Oh, I don't know why that's not in my notes.
Oh,
here.
it's not?
Yeah, it's not in my notes. I must have gone.
You wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the airlock, when she's in the airlock. If her grip was that good, her arms would have been ripped off.
Oh, God, yeah.
And if it can take the freaking, queen alien out...
Yeah.
How is Ellen Ripley more... So Ellen Ripley would win in an arm wrestle with the queen?
So it would seem. I mean, she does have very skeletal arms, so she's probably got no muscle, bro.
Does that mean that in theory, Ellen Ripley could rip a human being in half like the Queen could?
Damn, man. I'd hate to see the Alien Queen get into a tussle with her Abby from The Last of Us 2, bro. With those arms, bro, she's gonna do some mad damage, bro. Already did it to Joel, so let's see her take out the Alien Queen next.
Yeah, but I think that Ellen would still definitely win in the in an arm wrestle between her and Abby. Because of being able to somehow not get sucked out of the airlock.
Yes, true. Yeah, we haven't seen Abby get into space and all that.
They sucked giant things out of there.
Yeah,
giant containers and everything.
It's funny that they kill off the Alien Queen the exact same way they killed off the first alien, was just sucking it into space.
Well, I guess it's the best and most efficient way to kill something in space.
It really is, But I need some variety. I need to see the next alien die in a different way.
Get its head chopped off.
Well, that'd be good.
Decapitation.
I don't think we've seen an alien decapitation yet in these movies.
There must be.
There has to be. I mean, we've only seen the first two so far, but there has to be.
In 4 movies more to come, there must be an alien decapitation.
I'm pretty sure there is one in Alien vs Predator, so that'll be cool to see.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, I could see a Predator decapitating a Xenomorph.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Are you happy for your final thoughts now?
Yeah. I'm happy to.
You hit it off. Hit it off, man.
Well, actually, I don't even know how to finish it off. Fuck. You want final thoughts?
No, I mean, you put your final thoughts.
Why am I blanking out? Why am I forgetting how to do this?
Okay, I'll take it. Maybe I'll inspire you.
You take it from here, yeah.
So, I did not like it as much as the first one.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel at the start I was a bit not really vibing with this, but it was very good. Overall, fantastic. Probably one of my favorite action movies because I'm not a big action person.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really my genre. Action I don't really fall into or relate to as much. It doesn't really... I don't have this weird sort of... I don't have this boy thing where I'm I want to be a soldier, or I like fighting, or I like sports, so that I don't really like action too much.
I completely relate to that. I think with me, I agree with that action's not really a favorite genre of mine. I feel with me, action movies need to either have a certain style... They need to have a certain style to them, or like blend with another genre.
Yeah,
you know what I
totally.
mean? Or just like a really just like I don't know, yeah, like style. Like you ever see the movie Wanted with James McAvoy?
I have not seen it.
It
no.
is such a fucking cool movie, man. It's like all action, but it's like, you know, they curve bullets. It's like about this secret assassin society, and it's like stuff like that. Like is really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of like, you know, like soldiers fighting stuff, or like you know, the MCU type action stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't hate it. I'm just not crazy about it, you know what I mean?
I think that my favorite action is probably like choreographed action, which more sort of aligns with the oh no, Connor's trying to call us.
Oh, Connor, get out of here,
man.
bro.
Come on. Anyway, so yeah, I think that it more sort of lines up for me with like theater.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the choreographed action.
Yeah,
that is very like theatrical.
Well, what kind of examples you got? Like, I'm thinking of like stuff like John Wick and all that.
I'm thinking of John Wick.
John Wick, honestly, is like top
or
tier.
like a rhythmic action, like Baby Driver sort of thing.
Oh god, dude, I forgot how fucking good Baby Driver is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, love it.
As an experiment, I reckon that we should. Okay, let's get Connor on the podcast.
All right, hell yeah.
Let's get Connor on this podcast.
All right, let's see. Come on, Connor.
Okay, so just ignore the ringing. We can cut this out if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you know, if Connor calls us, then we should probably. Okay, experiment over.
God, fuck those guys, man.
Hate them.
Fuck
hate
them.
Yeah.
Why do they look like dicks?
Why they look like
grow
dicks?
up, guys.
Yeah.
Phallic imagery or vaginal imagery, okay?
If you do not hear the call, then it's because it sounded awful and was probably awful. So yeah, there might just be like a bit of a cut. But anyway, okay. So I think that you've said your final thoughts, right?
No, not really. No, I didn't at all.
Okay, have you constructed them when? Did Connor saying that the aliens and aliens look like dicks? Did that sort of cement your opinion of the entire film?
It really did. I hate it.
Yeah,
I am terrified of phallic. I am so straight that I'm just off put by any phallic imagery.
That makes sense.
That's how straight I am, guys.
Yeah,
I swear.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like my feelings towards the film are similar to yours. Well, I will miss the almost gothic horror roots of the first movie. This like almost hellish landscape that the first film created. I will miss it, but in its place, I'm happy with what we got. A nice, fun, solid sci-fi action movie. That's really all I can say about it. It's a fun, solid sci-fi action movie that, like, while I don't love it as much as a lot of people may, I'm happy. I'd be happy watching it again. Not for a while, but I'd be happy watching it again with like some mates and all that. You know.
It seems to me like I haven't seen any of the other Alien movies yet.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like it's going to go in a direction where it's going to keep this more sort of action based thing instead of the horror.
Yeah.
And I wonder though if near the end, because how a lot of horror franchises now, when they're doing their requels or reboots or whatever, will try and revisit that essence of the first one because that's what's popular now.
Yeah.
Revisiting the original and that sort of requel appeal.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Covenant does that. But by what I've seen, it looks more actiony. But if it doesn't, then the next Alien movie that we see, like as in the world, like post 2022, could be a revisiting of that sort of attitude.
I'm actually low-key I really hope that they do make a new Alien movie, but I think because Covenant didn't do well at the box office, I don't think we're gonna get it. Honestly.
You're not gonna, like another Alien movie.
I don't know honestly, because because the last one came out with like 2017, I think.
We'll get one. I
reckon we will. I just I don't know how long it'll be and all that, or like if audiences really care anymore since people weren't really that hot on Covenant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's a conversation for when we get to it.
Exactly, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if we're hot on it because that's the only opinion that matters.
Exactly.
So thank you everyone for listening. I'm gonna go blow my nose and hopefully I don't sound as nasally anymore.
And I'm gonna go put on a jacket because it's fucking freezing in here.
It's very cold.
I am shivering.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
Very fair. And we're gonna go watch Alien 3.
Yeah.
Catch you next week for our discussion. Have a lovely one.
Have a lovely night, kids.
And don't forget to check out our Facebook page at Marathon Me Official, all one word, and our Instagram, MarathonMe_official, to keep up to date on the podcast. And hey, if you want to get into contact with us, email us at marathonmepodc, yes, the letter C, @gmail.com. Like podcast without the arse.